So Devraj, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
So how are you?
I'm great, sir.
You're great. So how was your journey?
So it was good.
I hope your stay is comfortable in the SSB center.
Yes, sir. It is done good. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. You were received well at the railway station.
Yes, sir.
Did you come to the station or you directly came to the SSB
No, I
center?
came to the station first, and after that I was received.
Oh, wonderful. I hope no problem where you are staying.
No, sir.
Oh, very good. So you're coming from which place, by the way?
So I'm coming from Delhi, Kent, New Delhi.
Delhi.
Yes, sir.
So how did you come from Delhi to this place?
So I took train to Allahabad, the railway station, and after that I was received from Delhi, Kent to Allahabad.
How many hours did you take from Delhi to Allahabad?
So 9 hours.
9 hours. Wonderful. So en route, you must have enjoyed lots of places.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Which
Some of
state?
them I enjoyed, but I slept.
Okay. Which state did you pass through
So
to reach Allahabad?
So I passed Delhi, and after that I was in UP State.
Straightway you
Yes, sir.
did? Wonderful. So, do you remember any important towns or cities en route?
Oh, so basically after that I don't remember.
You traveled in the night?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wonderful. And once you reached here, what time did you report?
So I report at 5:30.
5:30 in the morning. Okay. Tell me now, what is the meaning of your name?
So my name basically means the god of the gods, king of the gods. Devraj Indra. You can basically say king of. He is the god of rain and lightning. You can say in Hindu mythology.
Okay. So, did you ask your parents that why did you, what is the reason that they kept your name like
So it
this?
was basically of the zodiac signs. Mine is Aquarius, and it starts with a particular letter, you say. So
Okay.
it was the, and they, my Bade Papa,
Okay.
he came up with the name Devraj.
Oh, wonderful. Do you believe in this, that the names have got significance in your life?
Yes, sure. Name is basically, according to me, it is your identity, most importantly,
Okay.
along with your character and your behavior.
Okay.
Name describes a person,
Okay.
and so according to me, I have believe in this.
You think it's going to play some role in your life, or has it played some role? The meaning of your name, Dev Raj.
No, basically not it's a significant role, but I would say that my friends and they just mock me like, yeah, he's the king of gods and all that. It's
Okay.
basically mocking.
Okay, wonderful. So, who all are the members in your family? Like, how many brothers, sisters, and the extended family, and you see your uncles and all. Can you give us the details of the family?
It's a big joint family, but my father is in Indian Army, so we are staying with him basically, and we are posted in we are posted in New Delhi, and my father just posted out in 24-hour in Bikaner. And my family includes my mother, she is a housewife, and my one elder sister, she is appearing for NEET UG 2021.
Okay. So, now, what are you doing in Delhi?
So I'm basically completing my schooling, and I'm currently studying class 12 in Army Public School, Dholapur.
ABS.
Yes, sir.
How long you have been there in Delhi?
So for the past 10 years, I came to Delhi in my second class
Okay.
in 2000 and basically I would say 10 in month of April.
Okay. So you have done your 10th and 12th both from Delhi.
Yes,
right?
I completed my class 12.
So 10 years you have stayed in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
And what about balance years? Where did you spend your rest of the years?
So my childhood,
Yeah.
yes, so I spent my childhood basically in my hometown in Bagad town in Jhunjhunu district of Rajasthan.
Okay.
And basically there I went completed my nursery and first class from Bogra Public School in Bagad, and we lived in a joint family with my uncles and aunts.
Okay. So tell me, extended family,
Yes, sir.
right? So, how many members are there in your extended family?
So it's a big family, an extended family. I would say I can't count, but basically more than 60 plus if we count.
Okay.
Because in
Now,
our
I
village,
am interested in your very close, like
close like the
your
village.
Nana, Nani, and other things.
So
Yeah, and how far they
so
from you, your location?
my maternal grandparents, parents, they are basically 20 kilometers from my hometown. And my grandma is living with me. My grandfather expired 5 years ago. And I'm with my uncle, auntie, my baby papa, and baby mummy. They are living just 7 kilometers away from our house in our hometown. And including all these people, I would say they are just 28 people, including their sons, my cousins, and all of them.
So you tell me, you are part of such a huge, members of the joint family. Today it is individual family, right? So what do you think? Which is better, joint family or the individual or the single, whatever it is?
So according to me, a joint family is the best thing anyone can receive.
Why?
So because whenever you are passing through difficult times or happy times, you have someone to share your joys or your sad moments of your life with someone. And when you share something, it just contributes good. You feel something good. If you are living in an individual family, like alone you are living or alone you are living, whom will you share the happiness or even your heartbreaking moments of sadness? You have no one to share. The pain just keeps on increasing in your mind.
Okay. So then tell me why your father is staying, not as a part of the joint family.
So my father is currently is in Indian Army, and as you know, in Army we get usually posted in 3 years. But my father was suffering from cancer. He's a category person, so he needs a regular checkup in 3 months, and that's why my mother and we always stay with him basically. And in occasions like special occasions, we comes like Diwali, Holi, festivals, we go to our joint family. We celebrate with them. But so my father always said that duty comes first, and then comes the family in Indian Army.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me something about your education, okay? Now, tell me, where did you do your class 10th? What was your performance in class 10th? Then which subject did you choose in class 11th and why? Class 12th, what was your performance? Who is your favorite teacher? And what was what is your choice now after class 12th?
So I completed my class 10th in Army School, Golapa only, and I got a percentage of 96.8% in class 10 boots. And after that, I took PCM because from starting only I was interested in mathematics and science. You can say in 8th and 9th, in J6 7th only I got interest, but in 8th and 9th it just increased. The interest just got deepened while I was studying these subjects.
Okay.
SSC and all those were subjects, but science and mathematics I always just loved doing science and mathematics. So I took PCM in class 11 with physical education, and in class 12th I'm just still completing my class 12th and it's going well. And my favorite teachers, you ask, they are basically all of my teachers are good. But as I would say that my favorite teacher is my class teacher only, Mrs. Kiranam. She teaches me chemistry, and the reason is just that because she is very helpful and caring for everyone. But basically, I feel a bond between me and my chemistry teacher. She always helps me, even when I was absent due to my sick leave for a week. She explained me to extra classes for me and just explained every detail that was done in the class, so that the backlog is covered what I suffered due to the sickness.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why she and I share a special bond.
Which is your favorite subject?
So my favorite subject is mathematics.
Mathematics.
Yes, sir.
Your favorite teacher is chemistry,
Yes, sir.
but your subject is maths. Why?
So my mathematics is my genuine interest. Means whenever I get free and during study time I can study something, I usually take maths, because in maths I can just keep on doing maths without any stop also. I'm that much into calculation, algebras, and all that. I'm just interested, genuine interest that I've developed in mathematics.
Oh, wonderful.
And the teacher my favorite teacher is chemistry. She teaches my chemistry second favorite subject. After mathematics, it's chemistry.
Why your maths teacher is not the favorite teacher?
So she is equally, but the preference I give to my chemistry teacher is just a bit higher than my maths teacher.
Okay, fine enough. Now, what I can make out is that there is a dip in your performance from class 10th to class 12th, right? In the percentage, right? What could be the reason?
So basically all of my were my shortcomings. When I went to class 11, a bit of you can say I got overconfident with 96.8%, including the school toppers. And when we get a vacation of 3 months, my sister told me she's elder than me. She told me just complete your syllabus. But I said I got a good percentage. I would perform better. And after that, when the half yearly came, I went down. And after that, I realized that yes, you are not working hard to keep on with your result. And after that, I started studying. But in class 11th, all the papers, half yearlies, unit, all of them included. And it is basically I performed well in finals, but basically my UT and half yearly, those went down, and due to those points, my percentage also went down.
Which is your favorite game?
So my favorite game is badminton.
Badminton.
Yes.
Why?
So because it requires badminton is a game when you can play with doubles and singles. And my favorite is singles, and usually I play it's a competitiveness.
What level have you played?
So I played in the school.
School level.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what are your hobbies?
So my hobbies include listening to music, cooking, basically in free time, and playing board games.
Wonderful. What type of cooking do you like?
So basically anything random usually I get a free time, and in the morning also I make up my breakfast. No, I say my mother, no mama, I would make it myself, and just a bread and toast, and make a toast, and or sometimes sandwich usually. And whenever I'm alone at home, I make a Maggi. And in the evening also, me and my sister, she is also when she gets free time, we try to make something special.
So cooking is your hobby or interest?
So I would say it's a hobby. Usually I get free time.
It's really hobby?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful, that's it. So what is your interest then?
So interest is playing sports basically.
Playing sports.
Yes, sir.
No. And let's say I give you a break of 5 minutes. How are you going to spend that break of 5 minutes?
So listening to music and cooking and all later in just 5 minutes. And I usually listen to music in just 5 minutes.
Okay. Have you represented your school in games, sports, or any co-curricular activities?
So basically, curricular activities are been part of some, you can say, school or level or even district level that our school organizing co-curricular activities like Thames Fest. It's an event in which all the schools from your nation, different states come, and we organize it, so we cannot take part in it basically.
Okay.
And in sports, I would say I present my school in inter-school competition.
What level?
So inter-school level, and we won the gold medal, and after that I dropped due to my 10 votes.
Which game did you get?
It's a badminton.
Badminton.
Yes, sir.
Oh, very nice. Were you staying in hostel?
So during
In Delhi?
No, sir.
Have you had the experience of hostel or a boarding or a day scholar?
So I'm a day scholar basically.
Basically, day scholar.
Yes, sir. And during the tournaments I go, we stay in hostel, the other school's hostel, and it has been a great time. We spend with our friends. In the morning we usually wake up and do our exercises, warm up, then play some badminton knocks, and after that we usually have time. And after that, when the tournament starts and it ends, we usually meet some new friends in the school. And interact with them.
What's your daily routine?
So I wake up usually around 5:30, and after that I do my regular activities and go for running for 2 kilometers. And after that I come, cool my body, I have a bath, and I started studying for 3 hours. Because in COVID-19 pandemic was and lockdown was imposed, and during that basically in the starting 3 months schools were also locked down, they didn't open. So I spent 3 hours early in the morning, and after that I had free time of 2 hours. So I had my lunch and watch the television after that for a few minutes. And in the afternoon, I usually study. Because my sister is also preparing for NEET, so she studied and we also I joined her.
Okay. Tell me three weak points of your teachers.
Basically, I don't recall any, but importantly, not every teacher I would say, but some of them, one teacher, my physics teacher, I would say, he is not means that thing. He just focuses on studying.
Okay.
And just he says, whenever you are even absent, you do you have a proper reason, like you were sick and you took a leave. But he says that it was your job that you are sick, you should complete the homework. But I think that if we were sick, even we tell our parents that I need to do homework, they don't allow us. They say take bed rest and you can do homework when the school resumes, when you go to school. But he does not understand thing and he just punishes it, schools us. And but I think it's fine, sir. He's a
Did
teacher.
you ever told him?
Yes, sir. We have
Did you
told
tell
him.
him?
Yes, sir. I told him.
What was his reaction?
So first of all, he was surprised that how can you speak like that?
Okay.
I suppose. And then he said that it is your fault. I don't know how. He says like this. I don't know. You have friends, call them and just complete your work. I need your work. I am teaching here, study, and I need your work here. Complete your work.
Okay. Now, how many friends do you have?
So I have a big friend circle.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And how many are best friends out of that?
So best friend, I have only one best friend.
Only one.
Yes, sir.
Why?
So because friends can be made, but it takes some time. Making a best friend is a very long process, sir. And it can, but if you meet a person and you think yes, we share a lot of common, and that it can just take even an hour for your best friend. Sometimes it does, but sometimes it can be very long. But and I would say my best friend, so he's just a person who shares, who is there with you in both your happiness and your sadness. Who shares both the moments with you. He is always there to help you, and you should also always be there to help you. According to it's my theory, and I just practically believe it.
Give me two weak points about your friends.
So he's short-tempered. My best friend, yes sir. He's short-tempered and a bit of overconfident.
So, what was your
I have
advice to him?
Yes, sir. I always said please calm him. Even in games, we play games in our neighborhood, like we play badminton, doubles, and he's always short-tempered when he loses some points.
Did he give any shortcomings in you?
So he basically says I'm lazy while I'm playing game
Okay.
because my hand movements and the movements they do. You said they lack a bit of coordination, and it's very crucial in badminton too for the coordination of your
Okay.
hands. And so he says I can't dive when it's a cement court in our neighborhood, and he says you can dive easily. But I said how would I dive in a cement court? It would just I would just injure myself.
Any 3 points, good points, which your friend liked in you?
So first of all, I'm very helpful. He thinks, and I am. Whenever he needs my help, I will always be open to him. And second, I would say is that he thinks I'm confident, but not overconfident. I'm confident and determined in what I have to do. And third is I do not like things easily. Means where I'm a challenger sort of person. If someone just proposes a challenge in front of me, I just accept it. I don't care who is elder than me, smaller.
Did you get any occasion wherein you find a situation, your friend has been humiliated or your friend was humiliated and you had to react? What action or reaction did you take?
Yes, in the friend circle only, is one of my few friends. They were mocking him. Basically, because he was not able to play one shots correctly and he lost the game. I had to a junior. He plays great, the junior. And they were mocking that he lost to a kid.
Okay.
So at that time, I went up and my first section was that it's not that. If a junior is playing better than you, he can win. Any one person who plays better than you can win. It is not required that you are elder so you would always win. There are even in international competitions, even at world level, there are people junior than senior players who beat them.
Yeah.
So does it mean that you are mocking them? The elder player do not know how to play? You're just mocking them just because you're of your fun. It's of no use. I just gave my condolences to my friend and he just understood it.
He understood.
Yes, sir.
That way he got convinced.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir. He was.
Or he reacted to it.
No, sir. First of all, before I reached, one of my friends told that he was reacting. He got aggressive and he said, "What's your problem? Why don't you play with him?" And then say. Then I said, "Just be calm," because I knew that he was a bit short-tempered. So I said, "First be calm, and then we will talk about it." Then he said, "Then easily. First, when you are aggressive, you usually get a loud voice,
Yeah.
and you say, 'Why don't you play? Tu khel ke dikhana.'" Then I said, "Just calm down," and I told him, my friends, as I earlier said, and after that they stopped. But for the few days they just mocked him for 2-3 minutes, like every day, 2-3 days. And after that they stopped because we all were friends.
Whom do you think, who is your best, guide so far in your career?
So my father.
Yeah.
So my father is my best guide ever, I would say. So because when I work hard, I just had one to achieve my dream. And my father taught me this. He said that his family's financial condition was not good. Because my grandfather was in police and he was suspended for some reason. And after that he said it was not good. So he said that he alone, we have 4 brothers and his 5 brothers. And one of them went to Dubai for some work. One of my brother Papa is in Air Force, and my small uncle, he is a lawyer. But my father was not employed at the time. So he basically he did farming. So he said that alone, he did 37 hectares alone. Basically plowing, irrigation, everything. And after that, my Bade Papa, he took him to one of the Bhartis, rallies. And after that, he got selected there. And even after that, a few years, 10 or 15 years, he got cancer, and category. So for me, it's struggle. First from coming from such a kid to getting a job. And then after that, suffering from such a big disease and still fighting it. For me, is the biggest inspiration that whatever sometimes in their life, moments would come that you will think of giving up. But it's you, in your willpower, that have to just keep on going with it. And also.
Okay. Now suppose you won a lottery of 5 lakhs. Right?
Yes, sir.
What are you going to do with that money?
So if I'm unlucky, first of all, informing my parents. I would give my money to them only. And say that to put it in some fund or something, I don't know, because I'm not old enough and I don't know the proper use of money right now. I can easily be bluffed by someone. And I would just ask them to put my 50% of the money that I've got. It's just by luck that I won a lottery. To put in some NGOs work or charity. I would just basically say this.
Why this charity?
So because I would say, sir, helping others who do not have the needs. They require even the basic requirements. They are people who don't even have the basic requirements like clothes, food, even a shelter. And there are certain NGOs in India or all over the world who provide them. Firstly, choosing them is the task, those NGOs. And charity, I would just feel satisfied that yes, I just gave a small portion, but I just played some important role in those people's life.
No, I'm sorry, your father is suffering from very serious disease.
No, sir, it's fine.
Today it is not that serious. Today it's fine. He's recovering and all. God will definitely be with us. But definitely there are expenditures towards it.
Yes, sir.
So, what is your contribution out of? Don't you think?
That's why I said it's a 50%. I would say just keep them.
Okay.
Just keeping it fun.
Let's say you are the class captain,
Yes, sir.
okay, and your classmate, two of them, they are fighting
Yes, sir.
while the class is going on, okay, and they are habitual, trouble creator in the class, indiscipline sort
Yes,
of
sir.
thing. Okay, your teacher didn't notice it. They are sitting in front of you. You noticed it, right? What are you going to do as a class captain?
So as a class captain, I know that they are always a troublemaker. So first action would to stop the fight because if even if it gets serious, one might get injured either. And after that, I would be informing my class teacher that from previous time only they are making troubles in class in some or the other way. And I would ask her to ma'am, so please either you separate them, don't let them sit together so that they stay away from each other, and either or you change one of the sections so that or you explain it yourself, ma'am. Because I have tried earlier and they are not listening to them. They are continuously fighting with each other. And just because of these two people, the whole class.
Despite this, they don't mend their ways,
Yes, sir.
right? Then what are you going to do?
So I'm going to go to my coordinator because as a class representative, it's my responsibility that the discipline of the class is maintained all the time. And if to just because of two people troubles all the time, the whole class is not able to concentrate on study. We can't let these two people just always be making trouble in the class. So I will just inform my coordinator and she will take the further action.
Okay, despite the warning by the coordinator, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, rather than cooling down, they are more aggressive in their activities.
Yes, sir. So basically, I would informing the coordinators was in mind. And even after that, if they continue, I would inform my class teacher regularly. And basically, I would ask her to call their parents. Because if a student's parents is his mentor, basically. At home, they only, this child is always with their parents only. So if their parents are able to convince them properly, then it is possible that they stop fighting. And I don't need to take them to higher teachers like principal. So because if we get to principal, she gives warning to them once. But after once, she would also suspend them because she also has to maintain the discipline of the school.
Okay. Do you read newspaper?
No, sir, I don't.
You don't read newspaper? How do you update yourself?
So basically through Google News, and when you update in Google, when you open Google, there's the option of discover. They are basically news from every section: entertainment, current, global,
So
national.
which is your favorite news? What,
So
which
basically my
watch?
favorite is international and sports news. I'm interested in sports, that's why it means you are regularly updated with the sports. Yes.
Okay. So you're going to say sports.
Yes, sir.
So what sports? Your favorite sports is the badminton,
Yes,
right? Which is India's, you see, most popular sports.
India's. So it is most popular is cricket nowadays.
Cricket.
Yes, sir. Because cricket has always had a huge fan base since the 1983 or before that. Because it was one of the first games that was introduced in India by the Britishers. So if the Asian people, the late people, before people, they have always seen cricket. And even in gully, even I play badminton. I have also played cricket often, and I do often play cricket with my friends when they are playing cricket. And cricket is so common that everyone, even in our country, everyone knows how to play cricket. But I would say yes, sir, cricket is most common, and the different leagues held by the tournaments and leagues all over the world, they made it more popular in our country.
So it's so popular.
Yes, sir.
Cricket is so popular as per you. Then tell me, how many times did we get the World Cup?
So twice only.
Twice only. What is the reason that only twice we got the World Cup?
So the twice reason is that we reached finals 2-3 times,
Okay.
except this.
Mhm.
But the reason is that we lost in the finals. So we made a struggle to the finals every time. Even in the last time also, we reached in semi-finals
Okay.
and we lost.
Mhm.
But every time the World Cups keep on coming, sir. T20 World Cup, One Day World Cup. Opportunities would come. It's just a hard work. They work more hard, they would. Sometimes it's not their day. They work hard and when the other teams outplay them. Then it's the other team won and it's just divided there. They get out of the tournament.
Okay, you love international news.
Yes, sir. I am doing
You are in the say data. And tell me, what is happening around Caspian Sea?
So Caspian Sea, basically Armenia and Azerbaijan war, which is just like I would say resolved one day ago. Russia and Armenia and Azerbaijan, they have said that they are coming to an agreement, and basically Armenia people are protesting against it because the most important region, Nagorno-Karabakh region, around which the whole war was, among that region, was according to Russia, most important town of it was included in Azerbaijan, and against Armenian people were not happy with it. This war was going on for the last, it has been going on for the last 3 decades.
What is the importance of this place?
So,
Where the fight is going? This is the one of contention.
yes, sir. So basically in that area, first of all, oil and gas. Around that area, oil and gas is the world. They are Iraq, Turkey. They are one of the biggest suppliers of the world, oil and gas.
Okay.
Even Russia, India, they have Russia and India, the link, it passes through Azerbaijan and Turkey a bit. And if a war was going on, would continue, there were many speculation that might have led to World War III, and which the damage and the destruction would be unimaginable if a world war occurs in today's era.
Okay. Can you tell me which is the most powerful weapon in the world today? Which can change the world?
So I would say nuclear weapons.
How can nuclear weapon change the world?
So I'm talking the concept of destruction. If a war occurs,
Okay.
peace is the peace.
Okay.
But peace is the most important that a country can acquire with any other country. If all the countries stay in their boundaries, they can keep on their social and economical development going on. But if just two countries like India is in conflict with Pakistan since the independence, just because of Kashmir. So just because of that, Kashmir has lacked in other states comparison. It has lacked the development. There's always because of the armed presence of heavy army, and it is required this because of this. And so just because of this, I think peace is the most important thing, and it's the weapon, biggest weapon that a country can have.
Okay. Now, give me 3 challenges or immediate challenges before the world.
So currently,
Correct. Burning
So-
challenges
so current is
or issues.
COVID-19, one of the biggest. So currently because it is not
3.
COVID-19,
COVID-19.
economic crashing economy of
Mhm.
world, and third would be climate change that has already been there, and it would be.
Out of these 3, which is the most important as per you?
So COVID-19.
How and why?
So COVID-19, since it's a huge virus, deadly virus, basically you can say, and a virus spreads very easily, and it's spreading it has spread all over the world, and the casualties that it has caused, more than 51 million people have been infected by this virus, and more than millions of people have lost their lives. And if this spreading goes on continuously, it is possible that more deaths we can see more deaths in the coming days or even months. And so the basic priority of this currently is the scenario is that we should tackle this COVID-19 because the death and the casualties are just keep on increasing. We have to deal with it some or the other way. So COVID-19, according to me, is the biggest issue right now.
Okay. Give me 3 burning issues before India.
So burning issues, I would say COVID-19 is it is all over the world. It is over India also. of
Okay.
course. And after that, crashing economy.
Okay.
And third, I would say is terrorism that India is facing currently.
How is the economy, crashing economy is the burning issue for India?
So because due to COVID-19 only, basically due to COVID-19, a 6-month lockdown was imposed all over the country, approximately. And in this lockdown, all industries, it had both social as well as economical impact. All the industries and manufacturing factories were shut down. People were just left unemployed. Migrant laborers just were left on routes, and GDP declined. Usually, even in agriculture sector, the farmers who had their crops ready were not able to sell because the markets and all were shut down. So the availability of food crops just declined over the period. Economic crash, stock market, everything came down. and it would require very long term. It is a very long term effect on Indian economy, and it was even according to a report, so India, it is in the last 26 years, it has been the biggest contraction of 24.6% in our GDP ever seen.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It is currently in minus. According to September, it was minus 10.3, and it was speculated that it will decrease further because lockdown is still in power, imposed in some of the states because of the higher cases. The recovery rate is increasing, but so the cases are also were increasing at that time. So lockdown was crucial, and the economy went further down. Infrastructure.
What are the
declined.
reasons for standoff between China and India?
So the standoff war between China and between Galwan Valley, you can say, basically was that India was constructing a road as prior. China was constructed the road on the side of the Galwan Valley, and in India's part also, China was claiming that it is their part, basically, and so they went inside it, and they had a camp inside it. So one of the Indian army officers, I don't remember his name, but he went there and he saw it, and incidentally, all the people there, they started fighting basically. So India was, India was correct. It is their area. They were doing a construction. What's the problem with the China? China did their construction earlier. It was not time for India. They were doing their road construction, and I think China must have a problem that if the road is completed, the transportation, the accessibility of you can say trucks and mobility, it would increase. And if a war-like scenario occurs, then the movement of the trucks and the soldiers, it would just faster for India, which might be a bad for idea for them.
Your father is from
Ordnance Corps.
Indian Army, right?
Yes, sir.
Which service of the CAM? And suppose you become an officer tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to follow your father's arm of next service?
Sir, my father is currently in ordnance school. And if I become an officer, sir, I would choose artillery. Basically, I'm interested more because ordnance every plays a crucial role in the military. But according to me, artillery won the tanks, and I'm always fascinated by the tanks and the machines, the sword rifles, and everything. I mean, a huge thing for me. And if John Artillery faced on standoff, I always like since as I told you. So I am always ready to go. I would always be ready to go on board. And that's the biggest thing, sir, for me. To protect my land and all that, sir, is important. And for me, I would be joining artillery only.
Artillery.
Yes, sir.
Why artillery? You are trying to say guns. You love
Yes,
firing
sir.
guns.
But no, I don't like fighting guns, sir.
Okay.
But I'm fascinated by tanks and all that. From childhood only.
Okay, tanks. That's an armor.
Yes, sir.
Armor. Okay, so you love that.
Yes, sir. And artillery too. I am
Okay.
interested.
You love the long range,
Yes, sir.
guns. So what do you think the latest acquisition
Yes, sir.
oblique the manufacture in India? Can you name any artillery or whatever gun which
Gun,
was
I would say some assault rifles have been, but name.
artillery gun
Yes, sir.
which is indigenized, manufactured by Indian this thing?
So
Okay.
Dhanush. Yes, sir. Dhanush has been
Dhanush.
155 mm, 45 cartridges.
So is this it? It is what? Artillery
Yes, sir.
gun. Okay. So what do you call these small arms, what we have and who is using this?
So the small I don't have.
You know the branches of the Indian Army?
So not the full. I have known few of them, but not all.
Okay. Now tell me, let's say, tomorrow, there was a situation of world war which you brought up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Azerbaijan and Armenia. Now that is cooled down. In your opinion, on what other issue could be the world war?
Basically, first the land territorial, and like it happened. Other issues can be, I would say, basically the reason for wars is territorial only. Or if some ruler of some country is basically territory, sir. He's interested in expansion of his kingdom or country. he would just start a wage a war with other country, basically for territory and economy. I don't think so. Economy has any crucial role in war. It plays a crucial role, but it's not one of the reasons that countries engage in war.
Okay, recently in US, there were elections,
Yes, sir.
right? And some new party has come in power. They are going to take over shortly,
Yes, sir.
right? So what do you think is going to, how this new government in US is going to impact India?
So first, recently election, Joe Biden won the election of Democrats, and Donald Trump lost, and it would affect in some way. But over the few years in the Trump's administration, the imports of US, Indian exports were huge, and imports were less from US. So in US is a dependency on India for some of the raw materials, and for basically they cannot completely shut down the trade with India. They can't. But like in Trump's administration, Trump and Modi had great, it is said that they had great friendship and all that, so their trade also increased. And it is believed that if Joe Biden and his party, the Democrats, come in power, it is said that they would just maintain a relation, good healthy relation with India, but not to that deep level, extending it. They would just maintain a good relation with India. In Trump's administration, the friendship increased between Modi and Donald Trump. And it eventually led for the beneficial of India only. But in Joe Biden, it is speculated that he would maintain the relations, good trade and all that, and he might increase some trade. But he won't be doing depend into the trade relations with India.
Okay, suppose, you see, you don't make the grade in this SSB. What are you going to do?
So I'm basically applying for JMX along with NDA. My backup plan is JMX, and I'm waiting for it. And I would appear in NDA 2021, NDA 2021. I would appear for that also in April. And basically, I would be appearing for NDA. I would go home, note down my shortcomings that where I was weak in this SSB, and just try to improve them over the period. And after that, I would be appearing for JMX along with the whole process and my 12 boards.
Okay. How many chances do you have for NDA?
So I have 5 more chances.
5 more chances.
Yes, sir. It's my first attempt.
Okay. So you want to forget those chances and want to concentrate on your JEE mains, right?
No, sir. I have to come up with a backup plan. Means I am sure that if I go to NDA twice SSB and unfortunately I don't get treatment, I would know down a third time if I go, I would get recommended, sir. Because a human being, I know my shortcomings, and if I am not just removing them over the time, then it's my fault. I'm not working hard. And JK mainly is just a backup plan. Even if I joined BTech and I was not able to, I would continue pursuing ND because till I am having attempts till the time.
Okay. Best of luck. Thank you. Take care.